For today's DIY, I'll be recreating this Sputnik lamp. I was asked by one of my subscribers if I could recreate the 30-inch, but that one uses 15 bulbs and I only have 6. So I'll be recreating this one. But before we get started, if you're watching from Facebook and you'd like to give me a thumbs up, please click the 3 dots on the top right corner of your mobile device and then select Open in YouTube. And from there you can give me a thumbs up, or you can subscribe, or you can leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. So today I'll use 7 globes. I'll use 6 for my lights and 1 for my frame. And I'll be spraying them with my frosted glass spray paint. Before I spray paint them, I use my glass cleaner fabric. And I make sure that they're free from fingerprint or any dirt. You want to give them about 2 to 3 light coats and give them time to dry, because while they dry they get frosty. Then I'm going to use my chrome spray paint and I'll spray my chopping mat and also a piece of poster board. And you want to spray the rough side of the chopping mat. I'll then cut 2 strips of my bling wrap, and this will be going around the center. Then I'll just cut a piece of my poster board and I'll use my hot glue to go around the center. And I'll leave all the items that I use in the description box below. And while you're watching, I'll really appreciate a thumbs up. It will help to grow my channel so I can continue to bring you weekly tutorials like this one. And if you're new here and you'd like to see my weekly tutorials, please consider subscribing and select the post notifications so you'll be among the first to know every Friday when I upload my new videos. And then for the lid, I'll be using my chopping mat since it's more sturdy, and I'll need to open the lid when I need to change my batteries. And then I'll just cut 6 rows of my bling wrap and glue it onto the chopping mat. And I also glue my 2 rows of bling wrap to the center. Then for the frame, I'll be using some PVC that I have left over from a previous project. And I'm just going to use my PVC cutter to cut them in pieces. I cut mine between 7 and 10 inches. I then use my soldering iron to make holes in my globes. And I'm using 1/2 inch PVC. And then I'm just going to use my hot glue to attach the PVC. I also went ahead and used my soldering iron to cut off the lip from off of my globe. So I'm just going to use my carving knife to carve out the excess overspill from when I was using my soldering iron. So to cover up the joints, I'm going to be using an egg tray. And I'm just going to cut the pieces out of the egg tray, and you'll need all 12 pieces of the egg tray. I'm going to be using 6 to cover up the joints on the globe, and then 6 for the top to cover up the joints. And I'll be cutting out the pieces, and I'll use my carving knife just to carve a hole in the center. And you want to make sure it's tight because we're not using any glue to hold it in. Then I'll just use my wet wipes to clean the area before I spray paint it. And I'm going to be spray painting it with my chrome spray paint. So I spray painted 6 of them separately. And this next part that I'm doing, you don't want to do that. I was trying to attach that piece and the glue is too hot, so it melted the globe. This is that plastic that came in the top of the globe. I just cut out the bottom part of it and then make a hole in the center and push it over my PVC. And then make sure to position the PVC on the base of the globe and then glue it in the position with my piece of plastic that I carve out. And this PVC is 1 inch. And then to hang it to the ceiling, I'm attaching my chain. I just pad the PVC with newspaper and then I'm using my hot glue to hold it in place and then stuff it with more newspaper for it to hold properly. It's unprofessional, but it worked. You could find something else to pad it with, whatever is available to you. You could also use another piece of that same plastic that came in the lid and do the same thing like what I did for the bottom. So to cover up that piece, I'm just cutting out a piece of my bling wrap and then I make a hole in the middle of it and then I'm just going to fish my chain through it. And to cover up the edges, I'm just using acrylic gems and I'll just glue 1 row right around the edge. And now I'll just put my covers on before I glue my bulbs in place. And you're gonna need 3 batteries for each bulb. These are the bulbs that comes with the remote. The Dollar Tree sells push lights, but these lights they change color and they also use as a remote. And the lights also comes with a sticky back, so you can just stick it right into the lid of the globe, or you can use a little hot glue to reinforce it. All the items I'm using, I'll link them in the description box below. And you'll just need a hook for your chain. And here's the final result. I hope you guys like it. Please let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you so much for watching and please click on the screen to continue watching more of my videos.